Shalom to you, like giving all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Shem Shai, Bashem Kakadash, and giving double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who well, peace and salutation to the elect. Shem Yah Mafin is a Mappa from the Great Millstone PLAINTABLES camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. It's coming with another week lesson. This lesson is going into what's going on within the government, which in the government they got basically a technocrat, which is Elon Musk, pretty much mingling around with government, okay? And what Elon Musk, which, like I said, he's an Edomite, he and Trump, like, they're showing how cruel they are, okay? We're seeing how Esau, Edom is cruel, and they're hypocrites, and a part of making America great again is ruining a lot of you people's standing in his government and in this economy. All right, because he's showing that really he don't need a lot of you individuals, okay, due to the technology which they're implementing, okay. It removes a lot of the need for you guys within these different bureaucracies, these different offices. So you have it here. This is like a ongoing thing right now. I want to get a source. I had a source from somewhere, but I'm gonna try to see what we can do.
And based on many things in the border, but also based on balancing budgets and getting our country back into shape, and this is a big part of it. So Elon, if you could get up and explain where you are, how you're doing, and how much we're successful guy. He's really working so hard, and he's got businesses to run.
These are the true black people. All right, he got businesses to run in America. Is just nothing but a big corporation. Okay, he's an all black. Look at how he look. He look proud as hell, man. You know, he got a black make America great again. He got 45 and 47. You know, being for the different terms that Donald Trump was elected as president for.
And in many ways, they say, "How do you do this?" And you know, he's sacrificing a lot and getting a lot of praise, I'll tell you. But he's also getting hit, and we would expect that, and that's the way it works. So I'd like to have.
Yeah, and why would he also be receiving a lot of hits? Because the way that he operates. This is Obadiah. It tells you here, this is against Edom, Obadiah 1, it says, thus said, it says, the vision of Obadiah, these are prophecies, things that was said before and will be accomplished. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. Edom is modern day so-called wheat people, right? But you have it, you know, our people even scattered amongst them, but those that descend back to Esau, which is Edom, okay, they're that red man, okay. They've been lacking the melanin and such, all right, who has that wicked and evil spirit that is against Jacob and against ultimately anything that's life, okay. They're for themselves, but even though they are for themselves, they're a house divided. And everybody knows that a house divided can't stand. But it says, we have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Verse 2, it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Okay, and they're greatly despised, man. people are definitely not liking, what they're doing, okay, with the government. You have bazah, which means to be cause despise, regard with contempt, to be disdain, be despicable. All right. And why is that? A lot of it is because of their pride and arrogancy. It says the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. That's the Edomites, starting with the elite. That thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down? All right. And of course, the Edomites, they are what? They being, say, the Caucasian, going back to being cave dwellers and such. And this is a people that was driven from amongst from men. The dark nations, during a time, during the Middle Ages and the Dark Ages and such, and was put out of the way and put in subjection. But now that they're in power, this is what they do. Wickedness get perpetuated in the earth, and unfairness, and a lot of corruption is going down. And they got the guy Elon Musk coming with as if he's coming down the end of corruption, but he's corrupt himself. Okay, you can go into how some of these different agencies, different heads of agencies, have been fired, and different government bureaucracies have been rearranged, eliminated, just so that this man could do what he wants with his different businesses. Okay, he got businesses to run, but there's policies in which they want to be, removed or amended or changed to make their businesses more profitable. Okay, so say for example, I'm gonna try to see if I have, because I have should have in my history certain videos that stating some of the information that I'm pretty much quoting. Okay. Just give me a moment. Because I might have shared it. I think I might have even shared it to brothers. So Elon, he sent this letter to federal employees asking what did they do last week.
Well, Elon Musk, the head of the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, is getting pushback for his latest demand. He gave federal employees a little more than 48 hours to respond to an email listing 5 things they accomplished at work in the past week. The ultimatum: if they don't respond, they will be forced to resign. Fox's Madeline Rivera has more on the confusion over this mandate.
And yeah, you see that. That's the Babylon, the confusion. He's setting confusion, because, within their own office says they have oversight. But even their oversight is giving them possibly misleading information, okay, or advisement or counsel. And that's also us seeing their counsel fallen, okay. It's also the book of Job. It should be. It's the book of Job, chapter Job chapter 5 and 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Okay, that's what the Lord, of course, would have. Because remember, the deceiver are his. All right, he take the wise, in which they, as especially these elite, they are the Illuminati on the left hand side. They're the ones that are possessors of the light, the knowledge, right? You know, but it's on the left hand side. Okay, but the Lord is taking them in their own craftiness, as you're seeing. You know, we're seeing a failed plot of making America great again. Okay, and it's going against actually America, because most of America is dealing with laborers and it's working people that are now finding themselves threatened by jobs that may not be there. Okay, so it says, I mean, I could even go even above that. It says Job chapter 5 and 12, he disappointeth the devices, all right, these different schemes and plots, okay, these thinkings, okay, of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, which would be the NWO. All right, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. I'm going to read that last verse in the NLT. It says, Job chapter 5 and 13, he traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. Okay, they're thwarted. Okay, and the Lord is showing and bringing a quick end of E. Okay, which the Lord is going to make a speedy riddance, okay, of this captivity, that we're in. Okay, we what, you know, most a lot of different what is it, empires, what last about what 250 years. And America is, I believe, like hitting that. Okay, Zephaniah 1 and 18, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the days of Yahweh's wrath. That's going to be, of course, when the Lord returns. Okay, and all the money and you integrating within this NWO with having a C-hip within your body, that's not going to save you. You having, of course, cryptocurrency and, you know, money reserves, that's not going to save you. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. That's going to be the missiles and the fire from the chariots that the angels and Yahweh Shai, which is our Heavenly Father, only begotten Son, that will be coming in. Okay, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land. Yeah, here, okay, in Babylon the Great, America. All right, the places in where the Lord is gonna hit with the missiles, there's destruction. Okay, you know, it's gonna be a speedy riddance. All right, so that's why you see these dudes doing what they're doing.
Elon Musk wants federal employees to send an email with a list of things they accomplished last week. He also says failure to respond would be taken as a resignation. The Office of Personnel Management did confirm it is asking employees to send a brief summary of what they did. The deadline, as seen on this post, is the end of Monday. The note does not mention the threat of terminations, though. In fact, the OPM says agencies will determine the next steps. Musk's directive comes after President Trump urged him to be more aggressive, despite DOJ gaining access to more than a dozen federal agencies.
And so Trump is telling him to be more aggressive, and that's that, like I said, that's that pride, okay, and that draconian measures that's being pushed on. Okay, you see him putting up putting up that triangle, these Masonic signs.
The firings of thousands of federal workers.
I don't think this is a request that is that difficult. I would ask my employees to let me know what they're doing. But I will double down on the fact of we don't need to be so cold and hard, and let's put a little compassion and, quite frankly, dignity in this as well.
But
they don't understand, in the last days, the scriptures say how the love of many shall wax cold. Matthew 24:12, it says, and because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That includes the Edomites, all right? Simple as that at the top, okay? Them seeing uncompassionate and all that. Oh, let's put some compassion on it. Well, hey, it's time for those draconian measures to play out, all right? And we're seeing it. We're seeing prophecy living and breathing, okay? With Esau, Edom showing, them horns, as, we would like to say. Okay? This is Revelation 13. These scriptures are going to continue to come out, man. Revelation 13, and it tells you in verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. This is America, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right, hey, y'all were first thinking of we're gonna bring back America, but then you didn't know what came with bringing back America. It comes with harsh policies, because this is the end. All right, you can never trust thine enemy. All right, these people, these elite look at you guys as nothing but cattle. All right, bottom feeders, and a lot of y'all are undesirables. Okay, so with Elon Musk putting out this email, you got these different people, FDI, different bureaucratic offices, they're confused because they're like, we're the FBI, shouldn't we have a confidential, like we have confidential information. I'm gonna share what I did last week. I was just working on a plot to and what is it? To go undercover for this particular to basically get involved with a certain organization. Okay, and that could come with a lot of corruption. Okay, they want these things. It means to go confidentially. FBI personnel maybe have received email from the office of our OPM, all right, requesting information. The FBI through the office of the director is in charge of all that review process and will conduct reviews in accordance with FBI procedures. And when and if further information required, we will coordinate responses. Now, please pause any responses. They want to wait, okay? But then what if he just eliminates your whole, all of you?
There is confusion.
Purge you out, like Trump would say, and purging the swamp.
Surrounding this order. New FBI Director Kash Patel, for instance, is telling agency personnel to pause any responses to the OPM's emails, saying the FBI is going to do its own interviews in accordance with its own procedures.
You have people doing this, pointing in each direction. You do this, you do that.
That's backwards, and that's confusion.
It shows that, again, this type of idea of Musk coming in there with the chainsaw that he was famously brandishing at a political event in Washington. D.C. this week. It's a lot more complicated than that. Running government's a lot more complicated than that.
The country's largest federal employee union, the American Federation of Federal Government Employees, is promising to respond, saying it will challenge unlawful terminations.
Yeah, well, you could try and do whatever you want, but this is coming from their executive office, which, you know, you have it. You know, these things are being pushed down from the elite, and just Trump is using his power that was granted to him to do these things, all right? But these are what the elite, the banking families want, okay? And they're coming with this dystopian, you know, government and world, okay, outlook. You got government, federal employees saying F you.
We begin in Washington, and Elon Musk has issued a second ultimatum to federal workers, saying they have one more chance to justify their jobs or else they'll be fired. Now, this comes days after issuing the unusual order the first time.
You can tell he an Edomite. He can't even give his rile people up right. Like, look, he look like flavorless with that.
Was wrongly rejected by agencies, including Trump's own cabinet secretaries.
Look goofy.
In a social media post last week, Musk asked government employees to either list 5 achievements from their previous week within 48 hours or risk losing their jobs. The ultimatum to reduce the federal workforce left the 2 million employees confused, anxious, and furious. Some even took legal action over the mass accountability email. Meanwhile, several agencies, including the FBI, the Department of State, the Department of Defense, asked their employees not to respond to the message. However, the severe backlash has not halted efforts for a response.
This is a critical moment in the American journey. Everything we care about is under assault. The economy is under assault. The safety net is under assault. Our very way of life as a country is under assault. Democracy itself is under assault.
In all the different things that Donald Trump has cut, the one thing that hasn't gotten cut is the cost of eggs. Or the cost of housing. Or the cost of health care. So, there's a saying in labor about people. We need to be united.
But they're not going to be that. So I'm gonna leave off with that. There's confusion, I think, about Luke. This is the book of Luke, chapter 11 and 17 says, "But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, Every kingdom," which America is a kingdom, all right, "divided against itself is brought into desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth." Okay? So, a house divided against a house falleth, and you have confusion with even within their government houses, the House of Representatives, the Senate, okay, their own kindred of people. You see all this confusion going on, so it can't stand. So America is definitely going to fall, okay, and Lord will it be this year completely. Yahweh Ratazah, okay, we'll see, but we're seeing the fall going down. You know, Satan falling as lightning, Esau, okay, this physical counterfall power for the spiritual demon Satan falling quick, all right. So that's gonna be it for now. Shalom to the elect. As you see, this dude is saying also that there's dead people working in government, you know, hey, fake jobs.
Elon Musk, please say a few words. Thank you, Elon.
Thank you, Mr. President. I actually just call myself a humble tech support here because this is actually, as crazy as it sounds, that is almost a literal description of the work that the Doge team is doing, is helping fix the government computer systems. Many of these
humble tech support.
Systems are extremely old. They don't communicate. There are a lot of
They're old. They're obsolete.
mistakes in the systems. The software doesn't work. So we are actually tech support. It's ironic, but it's
Which this is moving into a technocracy. Okay, I'll go into technocracy. Okay. Technocracy is a form of government in which decision makers are selected based on their expertise in a given area of responsibility, particularly in regard of scientific or technical knowledge. Technocracy follows largely in the tradition of other meritocratic theories and assumes full state control over political and economic issues. That's what he's doing. Okay. This system explicitly contrasts in representative democracy, which you have it the notion where elected representatives should be the primary decision makers in government. Okay. And when you go down to it, the term technocracy was used to signify the application of a scientific method to solving social problems, and the most extreme form of technocracy is an entire government running as a technical or engineering problem, and is mostly hypothetical. So this man is making educated guess apparently, and the guess is wrong. What you're doing is only going to destroy this system, and that's it. The deceive and the deceiver are his. So, very great subject. I'm going to revisit this at another time. Shalom to the elect.